Welcome back. Good crowd in here on a Saturday night, a cool Saturday night in Sydney. And both teams back on the ground. We've discussed some of the players for the Giants we think need to lift. Let's get Barry Hall's thoughts on what's going on at ground level. Barry?
Yeah, thanks, Matty. Well, we spoke a lot about the work rate of GWS, and you look at both sides when they have the football, and it's a totally different contrast. When GWS has the football, they almost lope, they almost plod away. When the Sydney Swans have it, there's some real purpose with their run. Even if they're not going to get the footy, there's some real purpose and some effort and intensity in their running. 49 uncontested possession tells a real story about the work rate of the Sydney Swans. And Ben McLean, as we've seen on the screen there, he's leading from the front. He's been absolutely superb in this first half of football in terms of his work rate. So, look, GWS, they need to put their hard hat on. They need to start working a little bit harder in this second half.
Thanks, Barry. Yeah, we'll be interesting to see what happens at the start of this third quarter as far as matchups go, but also the intensity they can bring, because they did start the first quarter with some intensity.
They did, but I think Barry Hall was being very kind on them, saying they need to work a little bit harder. They need to work a lot harder because they have been spanked. As soon as they missed their first couple of opportunities, Sydney took over and they virtually haven't given a yelp, GWS. Now, you get to a stage in your development where you become competitive, and you're either competitive every week or you're just an ordinary side. Now, we think they turned the corner a few weeks back when everyone was starting to call them a basket case. They've chalked up a couple of wins. They've got a lot of talent here. They've got to start putting more competitive efforts on the board against the better teams. And this is a side, yes, it was a massive upset in round one, and maybe Sydney came a little bit half-cocked with their attitude, but they've got to find a way to be more competitive against these quality sides, GWS.
Well, I think Shane Mumford is part of the problem, and he's had a good month. He needs to try and start dominating Mike Pike, give him some inside work, so that the handball from Sydney Swans out the back, and they're just the unpressured work of the ball has just been so easy for them to get it forward. But if they get that, I don't think the Sydney Swans are a super quick side. If you get it on the outside, this GWS, I've seen them a lot this year, they can really run with the ball and split you open, but gee, they need to get their hands on it first and start getting a fair percentage of control of the ball.
There is Cameron and Patton, the two men we've discussed at length as we
you know what's
set for the second half.
Key forwards, and Jason, would do it. Sometimes you just got to have a bit of kamikaze attack at the ball where you take a pack out to show everybody your fair income, and even a spillage might get a goal from that. That's not happening at the moment. Well, that's not a good start in the second half.
Reece Palmer's on the long sleeve. Is that cool out there? I don't see the orange long sleeve very often. There it is.
Well, hopefully those long sleeves will be all over Kieran Jack for the second half from a GWS perspective.
Well, he's got the first clearance. He's got the first kick of the third quarter, and it's a difficult bounce. There is Jack. Up, down. Not 15. Malcheski will barrel it forward. That'll go more than 15. Wilson. Franklin was steaming through. Moore got it first, though. Tackled well. McGlynn. Treloar. Oh. I'm not sure where Moore was thinking they were away, but
he was pointing to someone to pick up his opponent.
Pick up Buddy. Someone go get Buddy. Richards. Over the back it went. That's Ward and Rampy. And ball up. Cameron just went right underneath that.
Callum Ward's had 8 possession, boys. It might be here you might be able to go forward and give him another target up there, a competitor within the forward 50. He only had the 8 possessions for the game.
And it's down on recent weeks. Well done by Tim Moore that time. Palmer linking up with Treloar, but he's caught on his left side. He's going to have to go back to Treloar. Who wobbles it forward, and Big Mike Pike's got it.
Stay out, Jeremy, come out.
Just give it off to Malcheski, as he often does. And he spots up Goods, but who missed it, but then tried to flip it over towards Reid, who got it going again. And Palmer started this third quarter well. Now Cornelio, now some run, some cutting through ball here. Cornelio back.
If he gets a good hand pass, he's having a shot for goal.
Yeah, he missed the target. And Smith is going back.
And now he's under real pressure.
He's got 2 to beat here, Jacks. That's not 15. Smith back over to Jack, still in play, wants to go long. Hoskin headed up, first back, Laidler, Patton's got him though, Laidler did well, ball spills free now, Ward got through, did really well, gave it over to Whitfield and they get a goal.
It was a long time coming, they desperately needed it, and it took a little bit of just doggedness from Callan Ward, who just chased the loose ball, put his head down, barged through and got it out. Good defensive pressure, but then Laidlaw was able to get the ball out. But did you see Callum Ward just get in there? He knew he had a player loose forward, and he said, I've got to get it forward of the contest. And that's all he did. Pushed his way through, got the hand pass out to Whitfield, goal.
You can see Johnny Longmire going ballistic there. Now, Kieran Jack's been fantastic, 23 possessions, but I reckon they were playing against each other. He wasn't goal side of the contest. And I'm just wondering whether Johnny Longmire's might get the message out to Kieran Jack, you've got to defend too.
Hi, Josh Kennedy.
Free kick to Kennedy, but that's certainly the intensity that Leon Cameron would like from Callum Ward. That's what we expect from him. Nice goal assist.
Like I said, I'd rather see Ward go. It looked like he was forward then, but we'll see what happens.
Spoil from Davis. McVeigh cleverly back to Lloyd. Now Bird can straighten up and have a ping. He just manages it behind.
Thanks, Adam. Shane.
Leon Cameron at ground level.
Gee, that was a sloppy kick off one step.
Yeah. Hoskin Elliott comes in. Ball spills to ground level and Kelly overruns it. Now they dive all over it. Rampy's there. Ward will get him. Hoskin Elliott comes up with it. But as usual, there's usually 3 or 4 people attached to it.
Just saw Callum Ward win a really good ground ball that resulted in a goal, but that's where Sydney dominated GWS in the first half. Whenever there was a loose contested ball at ground level, they were the ones that came away with it.
Towards Franklin. Ward again. Moore off a step, just trying to clear the ball away from the danger zone, and the desired result is a boundary throw, and he got it.
I think a number of those younger players, you called Kelly, who had the ground level, but just not worried about contact around him, but knowing that, you know, at this level you have to keep your hands and nearly take some dirt in your nails to keep your ball the hands low enough to grab the ball.
There's a good pick up from Jeddah. Hot one for Jones. Devon Smith, Kelly. High ball up. Cameron searches for Richards, and Richards very happy with that situation. An easy one to spoil.
Well, at least he competed in the air then. He was on the wrong side of the body, but got a stoppage for the side there, Jeremy Cameron.
So from the throw-in, it's Mumford and Pike. Jeddah's loose. Mumford got it further forward, and a kick from Malcheski has found Reid, who was playing in front. Told to go. And he just drills one low to Bird. In turn, Cunningham.
They've got the corridor here.
Oh, dangerous
that's
kick.
A poor kick. Straight to Big Patton.
They're going to move it in quickly while they've got options.
Cameron leads. Should be on it. It is. Just missing his target. Now, how will this go? Cameron up against Richards. Keeps it in. Looks at Hoskin Elliott. Waits. And put him under some pressure, but Hoskin Elliott's equal to the task. He got clear. He got the ball deep into the pocket. Ward here again, using his strength, using his body, fished it out towards Frost. Kept on his feet that time, Frosty. By hand. They've still got it. Quick kick up from Wilson to the goal square. And Grundy, he loves that situation.
Gee, Callum Ward's competitive nature has
He's
already
come out
given him
after half time, hasn't he?
But as a small forward, Matt, that's where they've got in there. It just shows you, forwards, you don't need it on a plate every time delivered to you. You've got to compete.
Been a big difference the way the two teams have taken the ball out of defence from kick-outs.
Look at this. This is easy here at the moment. Kennedy got it from Malcheski. Moore tried to trap it. Franklin's got it. High ball to the square. Everybody goes down. How will it bounce? Still going, Tippett. And they've won a boundary throw. And a bit of push and shove here.
Yeah, well done,
Former
Davis.
pros, Davis and Tippett. Quick throw in. It'll just suit Mummy. And he managed to get it out on the second attempt. Picked up by McGlynn, and he kicks a beauty. He is so dangerous when he gets the ball inside 50.
Well, the only thing that Ben McGlynn knows how to do is to run hard and to work hard. And it's good to see when a player actually gets reward for that sort of stuff. He's always in there, he's always at it, competitive, wants to be in the contest, doesn't always get the fruits of his labour. I mean, doesn't always get the reward for that hard effort, but you just like to see a player that works so hard get that sort of reward. It's a really good finish.
Straight back here.
He works hard and he runs hard, Jason, but he can kick a goal. That's goal number 150 for Ben McGlynn in 136 games. Swans' first goal of the quarter. Palmer was going past, but he didn't have it. Jack gave it up. Quick hands, Treloar, Shield, Kennedy back to Shield. And they spread it to Whitfield. And some hard running needed to get to the space. Wilson provides the lead for him. So too Treloar, who was involved early. So that's good running.
Yep.
Wilson.
Strange hand pass.
Hot handball, didn't need it.
He was legged.
It'll be the ball will come back for Wilson.
Right there. Hold each other. Hold each other. Play on.
He needs a tall option that's going to present.
He spots a man in the middle. That's
Great
good vision.
kick.
Spotted Frost just drifting down.
Gee, that's good vision, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where you are.
And chips it to the top of the square.
Gotta
Cameron
go.
got him.
Do you know
Well, things are looking better.
It's one of the few times he's been able to fight his way to the front, out-body Ted Richards. And one of the first times he's actually pressed for the mark.
Thanks, Mike.
I
So
think Teddy was looking for the body then, Jason, and just missed it as he propped. And his lateral movement got him to the front position.
So Cameron needs to kick this for himself and the team. And he makes no mistake. And the Giants have got their third.
Well, they needed that, but they've just got to keep plugging away here. I think the task would have been to maybe win the quarter. If you can win it by 2 goals, you hang in there. Gee, that was a fantastic kick by Nathan Wilson, who was subbed into the game after Heath-Shaw was taken to hospital. So
they're the aggressive kicks you look for that open up the ground.
See there, he just had the body contact and he was just propped on Teddy Richards. Didn't run at the ball when it was in the air, and that allowed Cameron to get to that front position.
So a couple of things we were looking for at half-time, Jason. Some intensity around the ball. We've got it from Ward. We've got Cameron into the game.
Yep.
And the margin's back to 38.
Back up Ruckman for this centre bounce. Patton against Reid.
All right, guys.
It's going to come back.
I'm going to say this again. I think the bounce up of the ball is one thing that does make congestion. In that now, they go out with a square and you haven't got people around it. I just throw it up, bounce it at the start of the quarter, but after that, just throw it up. I reckon things would flow a lot better.
Cornelio can't get a flow on. He's going to be caught. Oh, I thought for a second it was that little hesitation to get from the umpire, but he was going to ping him.
And boys, as you've seen, Callum Ward, they're actually isolating him at the centre stoppage. They're putting him back. He's the most dangerous forward up there at the moment. I know Cameron just took a nice mark, but he's the one that's been competing, contesting. They're starting to isolate him inside the forward 50.
Yeah, and Sydney have responded by putting Nick Smith on him.
Yeah, and there's a quick kick forward by Wilson. Valiant attempt at a mark. Ward again. Chance here for Shield around the corner. Bad bounce from Malcheski.
Gee, he did well, Malcheski. He could have tackled him then, thinking that he had the ball, not knowing where it was, but he just bumped instead. Really
Smart footballer, isn't he?
He's all Australian, Nick Malcheski.
Patton and Reid again. Patton was trying to flick it over the back. It falls for Parker, though, for the Swans.
Whoa.
Hot handball, gave it up. Cameron comes in. He's wrapped up by Josh Kennedy. There was a half chance there for the Giants.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's not right.
Please.
Lee Fisher's the umpire. He's had plenty of AFL experience. Maybe he had a better angle than we had. He deemed no effort.
Jeremy Cameron had to sort of smack the hell out, make out that he was trying to hit it out, but anyway.
Didn't look it from up here anyway, but we'll move on. We've forgotten about it. Nice mark by Parker. Nice mark, Franklin.
Great ball use by Luke Parker, wasn't it?
Franklin towards McVeigh. Over the back, it falls for Lloyd. Can he keep it in? If he can, he's got a man up forward. Hits the line. Palmer hits Bird hard, and he's got it out eventually.
He took a risk. Josh Hunt, he came third man up, but didn't impact the contest. It got over the back.
Let him run. Hold.
Here's Cameron.
So is he making an effort?
Well,
He's got his arms held.
Yeah, that's just...
You can't punch the ball when you've got 2 arms held.
That's a poor decision. Umpiring's been pretty good, but that was pretty clear.
I reckon that's the one decision they have the most difficulty with, is deeming what's a respectable effort given the circumstances. And sometimes it depends on what part of the arm's being held by the tackler, how strong the tackler is. It's a really subjective thing.
Mumford, he fancied himself against Reid, and he got it over to Ward, who got through, hit a brick wall. Jones kicks his first goal in AFL football, and look at him, they go to him now.
Well, it's great to see a player kick his first goal, just game number 2, the brother of Melbourne skipper Nathan Jones. He's got a real hard edge about him, but I don't reckon he could have believed his luck. The ball spills out straight into his arms, and he steams into an open goal. Look at the enthusiasm and the sheer joy after he kicks it.
Well, that was a throw anyway from Mummy. Got away with one there.
Good finish, and the players get around him. It's great to see. Matty, I doubt there's a purer joy in football than kicking your very first goal.
Oh, you've kicked 100, though. That might be fairly good, kicking 100.
Your first one, there's nothing like it. It's special. It
is special, and that was Zach Jones's first. And importantly for the Swans, they've got 10, and they get their margin back out to 44. But the Giants are hanging in the third quarter. Malcheski, only eyes for the footy, great courage. Terrific mark. It's all, and also on that, no one ever forgets their first goal.
Correct.
Smith drills it into the middle. Cunningham.
You always know where it was, who it was against.
Victoria Park.
And who gave it to you.
Albie Smets.
MCG, did it all myself. Franklin marks inside 450.
I love it, Matty. Oh, this guy's, he's been exciting, hasn't he? Coming up for goal number 5. He's really starting to get rhythm in this Sydney lineup now, and they kick the ball so well to him. They're very good, the way they organise their forward line, the Swans. They're very aware of who needs the space. They provide the best space for each other, and you very rarely see them leading to the same spots.
Franklin for his 5th. Right on 50. Squeezes in for a behind.
I reckon you are right there, Jason. Even when they're under pressure against good teams, you don't see their forward line players crash in and make big pack situations. They're just really, really well drilled.
As good as anyone at making one-on-one contests for their forwards.
Yeah, Zach Jones might have got a fingertip on that, so it'll be a boundary throw-in. Long bomb from Hunt.
I reckon Zach Jones a little bit like his brother. I think he don't like a hard ball.
Oh, he loves it. Loves it. In fact, I suspect he prefers it to the easy one, sure.
Pike down in front. Ball ricochets out the back, though. Reid, quick hands. Wanted McVeigh. McVeigh wraps up Hoskin in it.
Sydney play a little slow to get up from the stoppage as Josh Kennedy just holding the head. Neck, the back of the head. Just cop one. Straight back into it. Big and tough.
Treloar. Shield. Nice tackle, Laidler. But Shield managed to get it back to Treloar, who floats at the centre forward. Strong mark. Now, running back towards the goal, he's got an option.
He's having a ping.
Oh, no, he's kicked it out on the full.
That's a really poor
point.
He's kicked that a long way, though.
Yeah, but it was half one, half the other,
There's Kennedy. Oh, Mummy got him.
In the chest. He just ran into the chest and maybe whipped the head back a bit.
Accidental.
Yeah, but
Everything with Mummy's accidental, isn't it?
Patton, if he goes back and kick the distance, or if he's going to hit it out in front of Tomlinson, pull the kick.
The bloke,
I think he should have taken more time, because he no doubt about the distance.
And that's why they've kicked 3 goals, 9. I mean, 9 goals, 3, you're in the contest.
This is Laidler tight on the boundary.
Jetta's worked hard. Doesn't get enough of the ball for a man blessed with his athletic prowess. Just possession number 10.
I'm with you.
For Lewis Jetta.
I think at times he doesn't work hard enough either. Although he's done a couple of pre-seasons with Kieran Jack, I think, in the last 2. And last year had a fairly solid year.
Tell you what, we can't downplay the work that Reece Palmer's doing on Kieran Jack.
That's 4 disposals for the quarter for Jack in 17 minutes.
And he had, you know what, he had 22 with about 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Didn't have another one in that quarter, and now he's really finding them hard to get, because he was clearly best on in the first half. He's still up to 26 possessions and a goal, but Reece Palmer really making him work. Twice he's had 34 as his personal best, so he's still on track to have that. From the clearance, though, Jetta searching for it, got it.
Very good handball over to Cunningham. Now he's got Rampy cruising by. Rampy back to Cunningham. Now in some space. Now with some time. Now with a forward to kick it to. Should have hit Tippett, didn't. Goods comes in to lend a hand. The fend off. And then the ball to the top of the square, but it's all Giants.
Gee,
and it's Canelio.
Phil Davis will be relieved. He got fended off by Adam Goods far too easily. Dangerous.
Oh, very dangerous handball, but Bug
did well, Bug.
did well.
Bug, didn't he?
They're going to give it back here eventually.
Doing
Frost.
their best, aren't they? Oh, good hands.
Yeah, that was nice work from Whitfield.
Good kick.
And now Cameron has it.
So Patton one out.
Got to go. Go deep.
And instead he heads over the top of Devon Smith.
Devon Smith over the top. When you've got the key forward sitting inside 50, it's not the biggest ground in the AFL.
Had to kick it to either Patton or Mumford, who were the only two up forward, both one out.
Good news is they're holding the scoreboard.
Yep.
44 points.
Holding his arm, Sydney free kick.
Free kick to Mike Pike.
Oh, this has been a massive battle, this one. Mumford's had 5 possession. Pike has come up for his 5th too, coming up for his 5th.
Pike's been good.
But it's been a non-dominance, I think, of Mumford.
Good work here by Sydney. Look at the hard running from both Lloyd and Cunningham going to the wing. But unfortunately, Grundy dropped it before they got there. But Lloyd to help out off the outside of the boot.
That's a poor kick.
It's a poor kick. Should fall for Dylan Shield. Got a call out the back from Frost. Oh, misses Kelly. That's a really poor handball.
Yeah, and now they'll be in real trouble.
Under not a lot of pressure there, Frost. Missed him completely. Shepherd from McVeigh. Kick from Goods. Collect from Tippett.
Oh!
Mummy gets Franklin.
That could have been disastrous. He just brushed him. I thought he was going to knock him into next week then. I'm glad he didn't raise anything.
No.
Oh, you know everything with Mummy's accidental, Chase.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm glad he kept the elbow down.
Long kick out.
Oh, that's a push in the back.
Patton going there.
Yeah, well spotted by the downfield umpire. Really well spotted.
We're back.
You can complain all you like. 2 hands in the middle of the back just pushed him underneath the footy.
So Patton just chipped it. Not sure.
Well, Sydney got 2 or 3 loose.
Yep.
Malcheski, Jetta sitting in the spot.
Josh Kelly.
He's gone over the top there.
And we'll have a behind.
Oh, here's Big Mummy.
Here we go.
Oh, he got him low. He got him on the chest. If he had have got him any higher, I think Buddy was just playing for a free kick. That could have been nasty.
Could have been very nasty.
Oh,
he's got rid of him again.
Just thrown him out of the way.
Mike Pike's got hold of Mummy there, and he releases Kennedy. Josh Kennedy spots Sam Reid, and they do it well. It's a free kick.
Has to be.
And again, the quick transition from the behind, and they'll go coast to coast, and Reid should kick the goal.
Well, they were Mike Pike in the first round of the year, and with Mumford gone, you just worried how much impact it took away from Mike Pike having to take the load. And he missed a few games through injury. He's come here tonight with something to prove, saying, hey, mate, I wasn't just second fiddle to you. I played in that grand final, and I did my part, because he outbotted him beautifully then.
Reid for the finish. He just gets it, but goal Sydney.
So 3 goals to 2 to the Swans in the 3rd term now. Been a bit of a struggle, but this is where there's been a real difference between the 2 teams. Sydney's ability to run, spread and create on the quick turnover. Whereas when it's happened the other way round, they've been able to hold GWS up. They've had to work really hard to get the ball forward. Sydney have run so hard. As soon as they get the turnover, there's always someone pushing into space in an aggressive fashion.
Nice finish from Reid, but you'd have to say that was a nice team goal, and Pike was a big part of it. So fascinating battle. 5 disposals, Mumford, 6 for Pike. Pike is at effective kicking efficiency of 0. He's only had the 1 kick, but he stopped Mumford from being a dominant force. Oh, they've given it up again. Too many handballs.
Far too many.
Goods on the left boot. Tip at the target. Davis in front. Well done. At the best.
Good body positioning for that contest.
You love a defender who just goes at the ball in the air. Oh, look at the kick.
Strange kick.
Just give him a rap and nearly turn it over.
It might work, but it was still a 50-50 contest.
It was 50-50 everywhere in the middle.
15,
Not 15. It comes to Lloyd. He's getting better each game, Lloyd. And Tippett, maybe. Where's Goods? Here he is. He palms off Palmer. Gives it back to Jetta, who can go around the corner and say thank you very much.
Well, they need some tackling practice, GWS. There's been too many times we've seen Adam Goods do it twice this quarter, where he's just the one-arm fend. He did it to Phil Davis earlier in the match. This time it's Reece Palmer. Just gets brushed off far too easily. Goes to ground, creates space for Lewis Jetta. You don't tackle at the hand, you tackle the body, and you tackle with your body. You don't just reach in like that.
Last 3 goals for the Swans. Jetta gets that one, and all of a sudden it's back out to 55.
Yeah, they've come quickly. They have the ability to score quickly, Sydney.
Back in the middle. The battle continues, but the ruckman. Canelio's kick couldn't get clear. Jack. He wins a free kick against Canelio. And away he goes. Not his best kick, but it still might work here. Davis under extreme pressure, tip it into his back.
Yeah, with all the supply that they've had, he's done a fair job, Phil Davis.
Yep.
2 goals to tip it and got one over the top, of course, so no, he's done really well.
Just too many handballs again.
Got them in trouble.
Killing him, isn't it?
Yeah. And there's another one, but got to get a kick in soon. Now they'll get one from Shield. Down the line he'll go. Patton arrives. Richards. And too high over. The tackle came from Cameron. Richards misses his target. Whitfield came at it. And it's a high free kick against Whitfield.
It looked like he bumped him in the side.
Yeah. It's Laidler's ball. And he wanted to give it off to Malcheski.
No, that's a bump. That's a bump on the shoulder, hip and shoulder. Nothing high about that. Little bloke sits the big bloke down. You don't mind seeing that every now and then.
Cunningham's kick is out in front of Kennedy, who had Smith in a headlock.
He can play like a centre-half forward. Josh Kennedy's that big and strong.
Just thought he might have got high on Smith there, but anyway, it's Sydney, but they've just been a bit untidy themselves in the last few minutes. Now some time and space for Treloar. Chipped it to Mumford. He in turn goes wider to Tomlinson. Treloar doesn't want it.
They just don't have the players working hard enough running forward of the footy.
Hunt puts it out in front of Patton, who can wheel back. And hook it long towards Cameron. Grundy.
Oh, he's hurt too, Grundy. Had to stretch for that. Well done.
Thomas Bug very happy to make some body contact and just crash into him too, which I think he just acknowledges there, Grundy. Just enjoyed making him earn it.
Canelio, quick hands to Palmer, trying to get through some traffic. Finally got the ball out. Now Bird. Canelio, quick hands. Mumford. Mumford. That'll do.
Was it
it's
not?
still in.
It bounced straight up.
Wow. Can you believe it? You could have sworn that would have gone through.
That's unlucky.
And they just don't get a kind bounce, and that goes to the boundary.
Yeah, what a time behind play too, boys. Kieran Jack got hit off the ball. Yeah, here we go. There's a free kick behind play in the umpy.
Retaliation. Is this the retaliation that got spotted, is it?
I tell you where this happened. Kieran Jack was not waiting for any contact and shouldn't have got contact at the contest about 30 seconds ago. He was blindsided, and we mightn't see it.
Remonstrate, did he?
Yeah, and then Kieran Jack kept going at him because it was pretty ordinary off the ball. We mightn't see it because it was that far off the ball, but that's how it all started. They've been blueing since that time. The umpy's seen him retaliate.
So Bud with the free kick. He kicked the first goal for the Giants. He's lining up for his second. Directly in front, 35 metres out. It's a straightforward kick. And it's straight through. So one when you didn't expect it for the Giants.
That's what the good nigglers can do. They're the ones that know how far to push it before backing off and allowing themselves to cop it and let the retaliators get caught, Shorey. It's a fine line. You've got to be clever to do it.
I tell you what, I just saw in the corner of my eye, Kieran Jack had his, he had got, the ball was out of the, and look, he's holding his ribs here.
Yeah.
The ball was out of the area, and whether it was Bug or whoever it was, he went to ground, and then he got up and he chased the person who hit him, and that's where he's given the free kick away in retaliation.
2 goals to Thomas Bug, in that one in controversial circumstances. Jack now with Treloar. Well, certainly that centre bounce anyway. Palmer standing toe-to-toe with Bird. Jack went past it. Kennedy didn't. Here's Jack again. Somehow Bird got it to Jones. And he's going to kick a check side.
That's the big one.
40 metres around, it's going to hold up. Went in circles there and reading it well was Wilson. He wanted to play on quickly to Smith, in turn Whitfield. He's got a good leg, so I'd rather see him use his leg rather than handball. That's why Hoskin Elliott jumped early, and it may go out, and it does.
Saw him a few times, though, and I know it was only Will Hoskin Elliott, who's not one of the key forwards, but he ran and jumped at the ball and took the pack out. We haven't seen much of that from the GWS forwards.
Kieran Jack, free kick.
Yeah.
Against Palmer, that one.
Against Palmer.
Possession number 28 for Kieran Jack. He was standing there and got called to play on.
Not a good kick, though. Should come back in pretty quick. Oh, Shields spilt it. Here comes McGlynn.
Oh,
he's a good tackler.
Yeah. He was under the pump. You pay your price when you fumble.
Little toe poke forward by Goods. Again, Frost goes to ground, wants to paddle it over the line. We'll have a throw in. We've got... Here we go, Shield. Look at the tackle from McGlynn.
Yeah, he's fantastic like that. You don't mind if you get a player who's not a great tackler, but when you fumble like that and that person's around the area...
Why wasn't the tackle rewarded, Shorey?
But I don't know, probably
he took him on. He took him on. So he's trying to put a little shake and bake on him.
Treloar's kick, Grundy back to help out, and he's the loose man there, and he takes the mark. So often switches in that circumstance, decided not to.
But they've always got the option. They always work hard to get to the open side.
And they do in the end. Oh, Richard sells them all.
Dummy.
Straight up the middle he goes. Now, the kick is wide. And read better by Davis.
Oh,
free kick.
Gee, there wasn't a lot in it, was there? Thought he used the body okay, Phil Davis.
Long kick in. Moore waits for the bounce. McGlynn looking dangerous. Moore's got it. Wants to get it out of the danger zone. He found a man. And they've got 10 seconds to do something here, the Giants. They've got to be very clean. They don't know about the clock. Treloar into space. Time will beat them. But a better performance by the Giants. 4 goals to 3 in that quarter. Callum Ward started things. He got some intensity going. A goal to Bug. When Kieran Jack was involved, we may have a closer look at that later on, but it's 3/4 time here at the SCG. In the Sydney derby, the Swans lead the Giants by 49. Back with the last quarter after this. 19-year-old Zach Jones, his second game of AFL football, and he was in the right position at the right time to kick his first goal in the big league. He was pumped, and so were his teammates. Look at them get over to him, say well done, welcome to the group. And he's certainly been impressive so far. Great moment for Zach Jones, and the Sydney Swans certainly enjoying a good night here at the SCG. They lead by 49 points at 3/4 time. Kieran Jack up to 28 disposals. He's now getting some help from Parker and Kennedy through the midfield. And as usual, it's the midfielders for the Giants, Shield, Treloar and Cornelio getting plenty of the ball. Let's find out what's going on in the Sydney Swans camp. Barry Hall is downstairs with Stewie Dew.
Yeah, thanks, Matty. Well, Stewie, John looked pretty animated at times there in the third quarter. Is he a bit upset about some stuff?
A little bit. We let him in. I think some poor errors, a bit sloppy with our disposal, so a little bit frustrating and lucky to get a few on the board.
Well, one area of your game's been the clearances. You're 32 to 28. That's a real strength of the GWS, especially with Mummy in there. My pot's been outstanding.
Yeah, we've been beaten the last couple of weeks, so real focus this week. We knew, they talked it up after round one, so I think our boys had a bit of pride and wanted to come out and show something.
Good luck.
Cheers.
Made a good point, Jason. They're a bit sloppy sometimes with their kicks coming out. They had a couple of turnovers that we wouldn't expect from them.
No, they haven't quite been on their A game, the Swans, but they've certainly done enough to get on top of GWS. I just wonder if they can really put the foot down in this last term, or if GWS can find a bit of run, find the legs to perhaps make it more than respectable on the scoreboard.
Best on ground today will win the Brett Kirk medal. Jason, you involved in that?
Well, yeah, I might be, but it was interesting. It was very clear at half time.
Very clear.
It's just been muddied a little bit after that third term.
Yeah.
Make sure you get it right. You've got this voting slip there.
Very clear that it was Jack and Franklin, 3 and 2 at half time.
Franklin didn't kick a goal that quarter, and Jack didn't get as much of the ball as he was getting in the first half. So
they had 30.
But it's that game where there's not that many standout players, to be brutally honest.
I still think that man, Kieran Jack, in one half has sort of set this whole thing up in one way. But anyway, and a man's kicked 4 goals too, playing at full forward.
That's why they didn't ask you, Shorey.
That's why we had a discussion when you went to get a cup of tea.
And I bet you he leads the full forward way too. Don't worry about that.
Here we go. Last quarter underway. Kieran Jack trying to get there first. Ball falls for Tomlinson, though, for the Giants. Handball just a little bit in front of Kelly. Tomlinson kept going. Promising build-up here. Hunt.
Going the wrong way.
They're going the wrong way, Matty.
They've handballed it from the wing to the back pocket.
Yeah. Just needed to get something going.
Oh, gee, they're lucky they marked that.
That had to be a perfect kick.
Jack to Palmer. Wilson. And Whitfield standing on his own.
Oh, they're out here.
Yeah.
They can go.
And it was a deliberate ploy to go back and across. Canelio found his target, Callum Ward.
I thought they were kicking the wrong end.
It looked like it, didn't it?
That's one of their best passages of play.
Yeah.
Even though they went backwards from the wing to the back pocket, they then changed direction and found loose players.
So Ward playing up forward at the moment and got him going in the start of that third quarter with a great goal assist from 50. Bangs it pretty well. Will it hold its line? It does.
Well done.
Good finish, Callum Ward. First goal for the final quarter to the Giants.
Well, this is what it's all about. In the third quarter, they had 30 more uncontested possessions. And so, look at McGlendon, got a knee right in the spot where you don't want it, right in the rib cage. He did get up and follow on, but we were thinking whether they were kicking the wrong end. That had to be a great kick, but then they just worked the ball beautifully. Uncontested play, just found a man footing forward, and once he pushed forward, they just found a good option in Callum Ward, who's had a sensational second half.
Just holding again the Giants on the scoreboard, back to 43. 12 goals to 5. In the middle, Jack knew that Palmer was coming.
Ducked his head, didn't he?
Kennedy took the advantage, and now Sydney are away. Cunningham to Franklin. One-on-one situation there from Tippett and Davis, and Hunt left his man to help out. Treloar, Wilson pokes it down the line towards Patton. Contest is enough. That goes and gets it himself. Franklin gets him. And that'll be holding the ball.
Oh, he's got him. Gee whiz. Well, once he was fronted by Franklin and the ball came, they fell to the ground, there was no way known he could get rid of that. The holding the ball decision is the interpretation, which is, it's a wonderment at times about what the supporters think.
Well, it causes the most debate.
That does, yeah, no doubt. Our game is the hardest sport, I think, in the world to adjudicate.
Sydney do okay to just go back and release Grundy. And he kicks it long inside forward 50. Josh Kennedy, so good in this situation. Tried to get back towards Cheddar. Here's Palmer. Treloar out in front of Whitfield. Too slow.
Good tap.
Franklin's got him. He might get his second holding the ball decision. in a minute, and he does.
Well, that one he did deserve because he took a couple of steps to law, had prior opportunity. Let's have a look. 1, 2, yeah, he's looking to kick. That's a great tackle.
The hand pass bouncing to him didn't help, did it? It's been one of their downfalls today. Use the ball by hand, GWS.
Franklin wants him to come to him.
You don't want to overcommit. There's another fend. You've got to tackle the hips. Don't reach at the arm that's fending you.
Tippett couldn't keep it in.
Well, he's got a long arm, Franklin, on a little bloke. So you just need to get under it and attack the hips.
I tell you what, if I was chasing him, I'd try and corral him because you'd know that his leg speed too could beat most people.
What do you think of Leon Cameron coaching from the bench again tonight, Shorey?
I find it hard when you're trying to look at setups. It's good to give information to players individually, but when you now Buddy might be in trouble. That's dropping the ball.
But surely there's others in the coach's box that can look after the structures and those sorts of things.
Yeah, can they? You're a senior coach. That's what you're getting paid for. It depends on what he needs. If he wants development, I think, yeah, it's not bad. But if you want to see how they flow and how their setups can working out in the ground and who's making the right decisions, I think it's a lot easier sitting in the box. But, you know, he'll know the situation they're in.
Patton gets plenty of distance on his kicks. Sydney with the numbers. Laidler goes back by hand. Grundy thinks about McVeigh. Still going back to Malcheski. Kennedy went past it. Now Treloar.
Oh, that's a 2-metre kick.
4-metre kick. And Josh Kennedy. Well, he took the ball away and he took Kelly away and he's still got boot to ball.
That's a great handle.
McVeigh opens up the space for Parker to run into. Takes a bounce. Not 15 for Buddy. Back towards Parker. Or Tippett. Tippett flips it to Parker. Involved 3 times. Centering ball. Big punch away by Wilson, though. How will it bounce? For Jack. Lost it. Tippett. Moore's got him. And you must admit the Giants have got the intensity at a level that's competitive.
Just didn't have it in the first half, unfortunately. There's Leon Cameron.
Whitfield, just a little release there. That's a good tackle from Hunt on McGlynn. It spills out though. Reed, Kinnear, got it from Bug. No one to kick to. It'll just roll forward and Sydney will send it back in. Grundy, floating kick, not a good kick. Bit of pressure here for Lloyd. Wilson did well, Lloyd. And he got some help. Good individual effort from him. Smith hates to waste the footy. It might just suit the Giants here. Kennedy. 1-2 with Treloar. Now he's run out of room. Frost back to Kennedy. And he kicks long. He wants Palmer. He's got to beat a couple.
Strange.
He might. It goes over the back for Palmer. He can straighten up and miss.
That's a horrendous miss after a very fortunate... The kick to Palmer was to a 1-on-3 with the ruckman Pike backing back. He fumbled the mark over the back. He should have taken it. And he was gifted a goal, and unfortunately, the foot skills of Reece Palmer just letting him down. I'd like to have seen John Longmire in the box if he had kicked that goal.
Josh Kennedy.
Lewis Jetter's got out.
Gee, that's good to break the lines. Cunningham, wasn't it?
Yeah, he kicks long. Almost for Buddy. He's up and about. Frost is there. Tippett cut off by Frost. Wilson, quick hands. Pressure from Franklin again. High ball up. Tomlinson has to stand and wait and didn't. Let it through his hands. Laidler was there to say this is how you do it, but unfortunately he drifts it off to the left.
Just wonder whether the ball's a bit slippery at the moment.
That's
a couple of drop marks.
Isn't it? It's either a slippery ball or he's expecting contact that didn't come.
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt until they duck their head, Jace.
Oh, it's a poor kick.
It's a poor kick because it'll just sit for McVeigh. And you get the feeling that the next goal for the Swans isn't far away. Well, there's a spoil from Bug.
Yeah, they've got to run this.
Got to run it because there's no one up forward. And Kelly's going to have to give it.
Too much height on that.
Yeah, loopy hand pass.
And let him down again with the hands as Malcheski sends it in. Franklin, Tippett, second in the line. Got boot to ball. That's a kick. That's a handball from Jack to Goods. McGlynn, Kennedy.
Oh, no.
The cross came across and he couldn't finish off. There was no goalkeeper there.
Open net.
One thing about Bug, he keeps at it and at it, Thomas Bug. Just put enough pressure on McGlynn, the handball inside out. Still should have hit the target, you would think.
Wilson threads it. Dangerous kick, but he found Ward.
So that's the things you like to see. You love to see Nathan Wilson try and thread that kick. You know the ability he's got, Matty. He might mess it up, but that was just, I've got confidence in my kicking ability. They're the little things you want to see as individuals, even above the game plan and a few other things.
Instead of playing the percentages.
Well, have a go. You're down on the scoreboard. You've got to win, score.
Paid a throw. Was that a throw or a hand pass? So I'd like to see that again because the Giants player was furious. He couldn't believe the decision.
Devon Smith
One of those little backhand flicks.
McGlynn with a flick to Jack. He misses Adam Goods, but he still might get onto this. Tippett did well. It's just goals hard to come by at the moment.
Thought he could have kept going, Adam Goods.
Here we go.
Look, is this a hand pass?
Josh Kelly.
Oh no, he's got a fist to it.
It was hard. The left hand followed through.
That's a hard one.
Yep. You can see why the umpire paid. Exactly right.
Big long roost from Moore. Tomlinson up, and in the right spot was Whitfield. And he has to go. Patton goes back and goes short, an option.
That's a shocking
Good
kick.
pick-up, good pick-up.
Great pick-up.
Next in line, though, it's going to be hard to find a target. And they did, though. Whitfield kept going. Smith.
I cannot believe that handball from Whitfield to Smith then.
And he just turned it over. So that's a...
And then he turns it over.
Yeah, the last 5 or so minutes haven't been pretty.
Brandon Jackett's taking the green vest off, boys, and whoever comes off next will get the red one. It's a very late change. We're only got 11 minutes left, so looks like he'll be doing 400s after the game, the poor fella.
Might be doing some running. And again...
Oh, this is terrible.
There's a lot of errors at the game at the moment. Ward almost threw it out. Richards, Palmer, someone with clean hands. It was Kelly to Devon Smith.
She's a goal kicker.
And he kicks the goal.
Gee, we needed something to come from that.
The
last 5 minutes has just been error-riddled, unfortunately, but Devon Smith, we know he's very comfortable when he sees the white sticks. And at least they're running the game outside of the GWS. You know, their hand passes have more often than not got themselves into trouble. They've over-handballed. Yep. But on that occasion, you've got to get the ball in the hands of the right people.
Look at that handball to Smith there. The man on the mark can still pressure the ball. Just kick the ball and run forward of it. Sometimes players just suck the ball out.
Goal to the Giants. They're winning the quarter.
Kurt Tippett's put the red vest on, Matty, so they're obviously just managing his game time. So he's been all right today.
A couple of goals for Tippett, but he's been working pretty hard. Here's Jetta coming onto it. Parker wanted Jack, missed him.
See, they got sloppy, the Swans.
Yeah, haven't they? Look out. Moore. It's wrenched out by Jack, who's onto the field. Treloar. Tomlinson. And now Hunt. And Jacks might get a free kick.
That was well done by Jackson. Early in the night, he ducked his head at a contest.
Yep.
You've got to learn from that, and he learnt that. He kept his head up, he took the punishment and received the free kick for that reason. It wasn't an over-courageous mark, but he just learned from his mistake.
Good mark.
There's a good one from Patton.
Got to move it quick.
And he heads to the Cameron direction.
What a great kick. A great mark and kick from Jonathan Patton. And finally, we see a forward marking the ball on the lead. It was a good contested mark from Patton coming up to the long kick. And then he wheeled around, and Jeremy Cameron led into space, and he gets an opportunity to have a shot at goal.
Well, Jace, after half-time, both these guys are putting a lot more work in the first 5 metres of their lead. They're pushing, they're shoving, they're zigzagging, putting a hell of a lot more work in the first 5 metres.
Yeah. Tough kick this, though. He's tight on the boundary for his second goal.
Pretty good.
Not an issue.
Too easy.
Here they come.
No, great build-up. Well done. The way that Patton, you'd love to see that. And as Barry said, you've got to have some tricks in this game. You're not going to do it one-on-one. You've got to have... Look, we know this bloke's got ability, but I think he works hard enough. I'm more on the Cameron point. I don't think he works hard enough. But there he doubled him into the corridor, and Teddy Richards couldn't go with his speed on the out of the ground. He's normally a beautiful
finish.
Yeah. He doesn't overkick the ball.
Lovely finish from Jeremy Cameron. So he's got 2 goals for the second half. And the margin's 33.
This is good by GWS. This is exactly what you want to see him do. Take the game on.
And can they get a clearance here? They can with Shield. One-on-ones here. Ball punched towards the boundary. 6 for Whitfield, though. Oh, he lost it, got it back. Hoskin Elliott, taken by Jones. Laidler. It's a ball to be won here. And
good pressure.
Yeah.
Good pressure.
Crowd of just under 28,000 here tonight. Thought there might have been a few more. It is a cold, windy night, though. Smith trying to keep it in, and it doesn't stay.
Just caused a few stoppages in a row here. Up to Mumford here to see if he is in the ruck to try and create something here for the ground level players.
Josh Franco looking on from the bench with Tippett taking a seat. Well, the Giants haven't given up. That's been one good thing we've seen in this second half. Patton has a spell. Palmer stepping, got clear and kicks towards goal. And it's a behind. Just got a bit of a
goal, wouldn't it?
Well, it gets them within 5 goals. It's a long way to go, but at least they're up and about a bit. Not 15 the kick. Richards gives it back to Rampy, and he heads in the Bird direction.
The doctor with Kieran Jack. He's coming from the field. What happened here? He taps it.
I think he's still sore in that rib from that other one
earlier.
Yep, he only got touched there.
He was holding his shoulder, Shuri, so I think it might be a shoulder issue, unfortunately.
Well, keep an eye on him, Barry. He's going to get some treatment now, but we're back with the action. And the Giants continue to press. They almost won the turnover there, and away goes Sydney now. Jones got to turn around Wilson. He did.
Well done.
Good boy.
Got to work hard again, though.
Yeah, got to go a second time.
And he did again. Great stuff, son.
And still in play, though. Not sure how, but the Swans kept it in. McVeigh's kick around the corner. Moore got in front. Cleared it away. Over the back it falls again for Jones. Laidler. Malcheski. Kicks it up high. Franklin on a long lead. This time the ball goes to the front. Grundy went without it. Franklin again.
Oh, that's a throw.
Not paid.
Oh, it looked like a scoop.
Lloyd to Bird. McGlynn just underneath it. Callum Ward. Tomlinson. Don't overdo it with the hands here. Cornelio. Just waits. And Tomlinson ran for him.
Got an option down the line. Still has an option down the line. Ignored it.
You get a switch if they can.
Yeah, they've got numbers. They've got to switch it now. That's where the numbers are set up.
He goes right into the middle and he spots Bug. And Bug just ran underneath it.
He had to mark that.
He had to mark it.
McGlynn. The ball still comes to where their numbers are, though.
And they've got 3 back. Frost. Back himself to run.
He's got some ability, this kid.
He's got some natural toe. Oh, the bit of miscommunication there. They've still got it with Wilson. Wilson puts the kick inside 50. Richards spoils Cameron. Laidler back.
Here.
Kelly.
Well done.
Well, he just lost it there, Kelly, but he might win.
Gee, he was unlucky there.
Jeremy. Hold there. Hold.
He'd be relieved, Jeremy, later, I reckon.
He wanted the boundary line and just didn't find it.
It was just about out of gas.
Play on. Play on. Not 15. Play on.
Not 15.
Gee, it looked it.
It did.
That's another area I think we've got to increase the distance of these kicks.
I disagree. I think just police it. Just make sure it's 15. Police it.
Police it. Police it at 8.
Don't have a looser interpretation in different
15.
parts of the ground.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't. Oh, they do.
Yeah. Should be the same everywhere.
Yeah, but you get the thing about it, umpires, you're creatures of habit, and you just...
Oh, Josh.
Well, if they police it in your day, you'd never have registered an effective kick shot.
Might have been right, really.
Jones.
That's why I handball a lot.
15 metres was a barrel, wasn't it?
Oh, very funny, you blokes.
Jones away.
Good play.
And he kicks it long. Dangerous ball here. Reed. Down low. Kennedy. And he gets it around the corner and he kicks another goal. He keeps his feet. He's very strong over the footy.
Yeah, that was the difference again. In fact, both goals that Josh Kennedy's kicked have come from his opponent that was competing for the ball with him going to ground. On that occasion, unfortunately, it was Cullen Ward that just lost his feet, slipped over. Josh Kennedy picks up the loose ball and snaps on the left.
Yeah, gee, he had to turn for it, didn't he? It looked like he slipped from underneath.
Unlucky. But he changed direction very quickly, Cullen Ward.
27 disposals, 2 goals for Josh Kennedy. And the margin back to 38. Almost one against the run of play there for the Swans. McVeigh getting some touches in this final term. Jetta overruns it. Frost. And again, back himself a little with a run.
He's a good loper once he gets going, isn't he?
Shield to Palmer. Now he's searching for the boundary line here. Ball falls for Treloar though. He probably wanted it to go out.
Didn't go out.
Didn't. The whole ball has to go out, so well done by Grundy. Backpedaling is Rampy. Straightening it up, looking for Parker. Good work of the body there by Cornelio to allow Palmer to get it. Smith. And he chips it back to Wilson. No switch really on.
They don't worry about losing a fair bit of distance to switch the play, do they?
Yeah, good option.
Yeah, good vision. And away Frost can go.
He likes a bounce.
And the palm off.
Oh,
and then he's
no,
gone.
son.
Fastest man on the field got him.
Yeah, I'm not sure he got the torque from behind, or perhaps the shepherd that could have come.
Again, he's taken the game on. You can't be too hard on him, but...
Push against Hunt. 4.5 minutes remaining.
Had a quiet night tonight, Adam Goods. 14 possessions, 1 point on the scoreboard.
Just over the top of McGlynn again. Palmer has had a really good second half, hasn't he? That's cut out by Kennedy again. Back to Parker. A spin by Franklin. He got rid of Moore, and Franklin gets a handful. 5 for Buddy.
No, he's missed it.
Has he?
Hooked it
You're
back
kidding.
too far.
Oh, almost a handful. If he just tucks his stomach, it's 4.
And you see Kieran Jack there, Matty. He had some real discomfort with his right shoulder, putting his hand above his head. And I think Shirley was right. It might have been his ribs. So I reckon he's been shelved tonight. No point copping a knock in this game.
Yep. Here's Goods again. Back towards Bird. Long ball in, Franklin. This will be 5, surely. Yes, that's 5. That's a handful.
Oh, he's worked hard, Timmy Moore, hasn't he? But it's just been class. Just that goal he kicked off the contest outside 50. Just took about 3 or 4 on, and there we go. The Coleman medal race goes into 3rd position, only a couple behind Jay Schultz.
He's right there, and he
Tommy
comes
Hawkins.
off. He now comes off.
That's one of the best races we'll ever see this year, the Coleman medal.
Time to wait. Straight back. Up out, guys. Rush only.
So 3.5 minutes to go. We see Kieran Jack with the towel around. He's rested for the night. Tippett was the sub, and he's got Franklin off at the moment. He may come back out for another run. And the Swans have got the last couple.
What it means is no personal best for Kieran Jack either.
No, 34 was, and he's done for the day at 32.
Sydney. No. Thanks, Dylan. Stay there. Stay there, Jonathan. Play on.
Bit of space for Jetta to run into.
Play on.
Over the back of everyone for behind.
Lewis Jetta, he's just got a new fashion statement tonight. That head
He had a headband on in the warm-up.
In the warm-up, so he hasn't had a cut.
No.
And it's not a normal headband, it's a taped headband to stop the sweat, and he hasn't got long hair anyway. But it must be to stop the sweat running down his eyes.
Interesting question to ask, just what the process is there. Here's Laidler. And he just spots up his man inside forward 50. And that man is Bird.
Craig, just a metre. Yeah, Craig. Thank you.
He's been a good player, Craig Bird. Gets a lot of negating rolls in midfield, accumulates it himself, but normally stops his opponent.
Slips under everyone's guard, Craig
16
Bird.
possessions.
40 metres,
One
the
goal,
kick.
one.
Yeah, 1 goal, 1, and Sydney get the next 3 goals here.
So the margin opens back up just when it looked like they were closing it up. And look at the Sydney Swans relentlessly pressing towards perhaps even top of the table, at least top 2. I think they've got a pretty good run home, and they are in peak form.
10 straight.
Good percentage, 10 straight. First time the Swans have ever done it, Matty.
Yep.
Gee, that's a good effort.
I think it was mid-30s when South Melbourne last did it.
Percentage is going to be so important, as
Yep.
we know. This will be built towards the finals, and they're building a bit here late. Well, the Giants got it down to about 33, but now it's back out to 52. And for their 10th win in a row, they haven't been as clean as they'd like today, so I don't think John Longmire will be overly impressed. In the end, they won pretty comfortably. High ball up, Grundy. Hard one to judge.
Well
Palmer.
tapped and well roved.
Got boot to ball, got it forward, but it goes off the outside and it only falls from Malcheski. Long kick out. Davis came across to spoil Pike.
Great turnaround when they lost 3 of their first 4 games, though, for Sydney Swans.
I think John Longmire fired a rocket up a few of them, and they went straight back to the Sydney of old, didn't it?
Yeah.
Working hard, controlling games.
Pretty intense, Johnny, isn't he?
Pike down in front, Treloar, Palmer, Ward, by hand, Devon Smith. Now he's trying to draw the man to give it over to Bug or kick it in low. It's a poor kick.
That'll work. Oh, had it and then lost it, Pat.
Yep. Cunningham back to Malcheski.
No pressure.
Not 15 for Brandon Jack. McFarlane.
Oh, solid.
Lovely dummy.
Beautifully.
And Davis and Kennedy here. And Kennedy, that didn't seem to be much.
GWS free kick.
Kennedy just keeps his feet.
Just a little body nudge from Josh Kennedy, wasn't it? I thought he did it very cleverly.
Yeah. So just over a minute remaining.
Play on. Move up your line. Play on.
Can the Giants get one late? We've got a man out in the wing waiting for it. It's Davis. He's having a good couple of minutes. Davis.
Josh Kennedy saying, what's going on here, Ruff?
He can't believe
He
it.
can't believe it.
And they're certainly policing that, not 15.
Yeah, it's been a lot tonight, hasn't it? Mumford was there, but at the back, Smith. Grundy wants a runner, gets one of Malcheski and sends it back where it just came from, and that's to Pike.
Well, he's won the big battle tonight, Mike Hyde. I thought if Shane Mumford dominated, they were a chance of winning this game, and he hasn't done that.
Big leap over the back from Reid. Ward once again.
Yeah, it's tough, Callum.
He
Ward.
works hard, doesn't he?
Oh, boy.
Kelly. Away goes Palmer. Into the pocket. Hoskin Elliott on a stretch.
Great take. Great take. Again, it makes a difference to the ball user when there's targets leading into space.
Siren sound, so it's just a chance for Hoskin Elliott to kick a goal. So far tonight, he's only got the one behind. Sydney are either going to win by 52 or something different. Maybe 46, maybe 51. Maybe it remains at 52. I've covered all the bases.
The forward 50s just look so much better when there's players on the move leading into space rather than static looking for the long kick. Gone back a good way.
Yep. Hoskin Elliott, so far 12 goals this season. tight angle for the 8th goal for the Giants. Good kick, wonderful finish. And they haven't been blown away in this second half. And then, in the end, the final margin's only 46, and we thought maybe at half-time it might be sort of 80 or 90. So
it looked nasty. It did look nasty early. So at least they're learning to run out games.
Yeah.
But they needed to be a lot more competitive early on. As soon as they missed a couple of opportunities, they tease at times, GWS, and we think they're going to take that next step, but then they slip into some old habits. They overuse the footy by hand.
Yep.
They put teammates under enormous pressure at different stages. But, you know, they've got to play against these good teams, the really good teams, and they've got to be competitive for longer periods.
Well, certainly a couple of stories to come out of the game. Let's hope that Heath Shaw's okay.
Yep.
He's gone to hospital with concussion, and hopefully there's nothing wrong there. We've heard from his family. But also, Kieran Jack was the best man on the ground at half-time, but he was a bit sore at the end, and here he is with Barry Hall.
Yeah, he sure was, Matty. Well, Kizza, what a great performance. When the game was up for grabs, you got the job done.
Yeah, that's right. You know, we weren't too clinical throughout patches of the game, but I think we did enough. You know, the ground ball, contested ball, that was the focus going in, and yeah, it was good to get another result.
And what about the stoppages and clearance? That's the real strength of GWS, especially with Mummy in there. I thought Pikey was outstanding tonight, and you just won the clearances in the end. Yeah,
I mean, we were winding Pikey up all week against Mummy. You know, Mummy's a big presence. I mean, we know that. He's been at our club for a number of years, so it was great to see Pikey probably get on top of him and give our mids first use, so a good even performance.
And you come off the ground there late, was that just a little knock to the ribs?
Little knock, mate, yeah, I'll be right though. It's all good.
Good on you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Just see, that's late in the game. That wasn't the first time.
Now, that's the one that aggravated it.
Yeah.
He copped it earlier, but he didn't want to give away too much either, did he?
Just
He's gone straight
across.
to that. That doesn't happen unless there is an issue there. That wasn't that hard a hit either, so that happened a bit earlier than that one.
32 disposals for Kieran Jack and 30 for Luke Parker. Treloar did well in the second half for 28. Devon Smith started to get hold of it a bit for the Giants with 27. I thought Reece Palmer's second half was pretty good. I thought his job was good.
He worked hard, You know, one of the criticisms I have of GWS, Shorey, and in particular their midfielders, and it's funny to say, but they don't work hard enough forward of the football. When they do win it, they peel laterally, they look for the back one, but when they have to go forward, it's normally to an outnumbered situation with no crummers around the feet of the key forwards.
Well, big Mike Pike, we've spoken about him at length tonight. Here he is with Barry.
Yeah, big challenge tonight, Pikey. Come on against your ex-teammate, Mummy. They're dominant in the clearances, though. GWS, she's done a good job tonight.
Yeah, I think they're in good form coming in, and Mummy's been flying at the moment, so you just come in there and try and nullify their work, and fortunately we put some scoreboard pressure on.
And how was John Lamar at three-quarter time? We've seen him in the box. He was a little bit animated. What was his message at three-quarter time?
I think it was to finish the job, really. I think we played 3 quarters of decent football, and we didn't want to fall off, and I think we probably did in the end, but we're happy with this win.
Great performance tonight. Go enjoy it.
Thanks, Barry.
Yes, he held Mummy to just 8 disposals, and more importantly from the clearances, they won the clearances 38-34, and they won the centre clearances 15-9. A win for the Swans in that area, and that was the #1 target for them. In the end, they defeated the Giants by 46 points. We'll take a break from the SCG.